When I first began studying the 3 words that can change lives, I never imagined that this simple discovery would become the turning point in my journey. At first, it seemed like something too simple to be true, but over time, I began to realize that at its core, the most powerful things in life are often the simplest. These 3 words aren't just words, but portals to transformation. They have the power to unlock your mind, alter your vibrational frequency, and eventually manifest your desires in the physical world. What's most fascinating about these words is that they aren't found in some secret book or magical technique. They are part of a deeply human process, rooted in our own ability to create reality from our consciousness. So, let's explore this transformative journey together. I remember the exact moment I first heard about these words. It was such a simple concept, so direct, that it almost seemed naive. How could something so simple truly change someone's life? However, when I began applying it, the results started to unfold. Doors began to open, coincidences became more evident, and the feeling that the universe was conspiring in my favor grew stronger. That's when I realized that the human mind has an infinitely greater power than we can imagine. It all starts with intention. The words themselves are powerful, yes, but it's the intention behind them that makes them truly transformative. When you say these words with complete conviction, you begin to alter your internal frequency. The science behind this is remarkable, but essentially it's about aligning your emotions, thoughts, and energy with what you desire. When you do this consistently, manifestation starts to happen almost magically. These simple words have the power to align your subconscious mind with the universe in such a way that you begin to attract what you want, almost effortlessly. I know it might sound strange, but the great spiritual masters have always talked about the power of the mind and how it can be used to create our reality. Joe Dispenza, for example, speaks about how emotions and thoughts have a direct impact on our physical reality. He asserts that by modifying our emotional states, we can literally reprogram our brain and create new neural pathways that connect us to different realities. When you align with the frequency of abundance, things begin to shift in a profound way. It's not magic, it's quantum physics. Every thought, every emotion creates an energy wave that ripples through the universe. What you feel, you attract. When your words connect with these emotions, they become more powerful. So by using these 3 words, you're not just speaking, you're creating. Of course, manifestation isn't something that happens overnight, but there's something magical happening beneath the surface, a quiet and continuous transformation. The first step is believing that you can. I know it can seem difficult at first. Our minds are full of doubts and fears. Often, we feel that what we desire is out of our reach, but this is exactly where the importance of maintaining a positive mindset and a hopeful energy comes into play. When we talk about these words, what we're often doing is trying to convince our minds that we're worthy of everything the universe has to offer. This shift in mentality is crucial. You're not just waiting for the universe to bring things to you. You're actively creating your own reality. It happens when you make an inner decision. I am worthy of having everything I desire. I deserve all the blessings the universe has to offer me. But the key to making all of this work is action. Many people believe that manifestation is just about thinking positively and waiting for the universe to act on their behalf. Manifestation requires action, and that action needs to be aligned with what you're trying to create. Words can be powerful, but it's what you do with them that creates real change in your life. There's no point in saying the words every day if you're not taking the necessary actions to align your life with what you're asking the universe. 4. This involves letting go of limiting beliefs, changing thought patterns, being more positive, and most importantly, acting with confidence that what you desire is on its way. Now let's talk about fear. Fear is one of the biggest blockages we face. It prevents us from moving forward, keeps us stuck in a version of ourselves that doesn't reflect our true potential. Fear is a natural emotion, but when it becomes an obstacle to our manifestation, it limits us and prevents us from seeing the possibilities ahead. Using these 3 words can be a way to release that fear. They serve as a reminder that you're not alone in this process and that the universe is aligned with you, ready to deliver what you've asked for. As I continued using these words, I began to see the results becoming more and more tangible. Every small step I took towards my desire seemed easier, as though doors were opening automatically. Of course, there were moments of doubt, times when I felt unsure about the path, but these moments were also essential. They helped me grow. They helped me develop a deeper trust in the manifestation process. These 3 words aren't magical in the traditional sense of the word. They're actually a reflection of the power you already have within yourself. They are a key to accessing a part of your mind and energy that's often in the background. But by starting to use them with intention and awareness, you begin to unlock a new version of yourself, a version that knows it is capable of achieving anything it desires. Life doesn't have to be a constant struggle. When you understand the power of your words and your energy, you realize that true transformation happens from the inside out. The change isn't in the external world, but in the way you interact with it, in how you connect with the universe, and believe in your own power. So, the next time you find yourself in a moment of doubt or uncertainty, remember these 3 words. Use them with confidence, for they have the power to change not only your perception of reality, but the very reality around you. When you begin to believe in this power, you open doors that once seemed closed. You become a creative force in the universe, and manifestation starts to happen much more easily than you ever imagined.